guys, it's Darlene from Chalkin Couture. We're gonna make this cute little chicken sign today, and the first thing that I need to do is I'm gonna paint it. I cut this chicken out with my laser. I have an industrial laser that we use for our wedding favor business, and I just designed this on the computer and got this cut out last night. We are going to paint it red, and then we are going to do buffalo plaid on it, and excuse me, then we're going to do these words. So the first thing we're going to do is use our red, and we're going to use it's called the baby wipe method, but I am allergic to baby wipes, so we are using Clorox wipes. It works just as well. And I'm going to put on gloves so I don't get paint all over because I'm messy. That is me. I am a messy crafter. I'm taking one Clorox wipe, and I am going to put some red acrylic paint. This is simply crafter paint from Michael's. You can get it at Hobby Lobby, you can get it at Walmart. That is all that this is. I am going to pour it onto my baby wipe. You could put it onto a paper plate, whatever you want. And I'm just going to start spreading it because I want a thin coat. I don't want this to be a thick coat of paint. This is simply going to kind of stain, I guess you would say. It's going to put color onto the chicken. I don't want it to be like a really solid 2-layer paint like you would normally do for a painted sign. I simply want the red on there. I'm going to dry it with my heat gun, sand it, and then we're going to wax it, and then we will do our buffalo plaid. So I'm going to get the red all over this little chicken. Just spreading it, making sure it's somewhat even, but this is going to be more of a rustic type sign, so I'm really not worried about it being even. I'm going to take the gloves off, put this in the trash. Okay, now I'm going to dry this with my heat gun. And it's going to go really fast because the Clorox wipes put moisture in there, so it thinned down that paint. So this is just Americana acrylic craft paint. And you can see the grain. You can see the grain through the paint. That's what I want. You can see it changing color as it dries. Okay, and it's dry, just like that. All right, so I put this down just to protect my surface underneath. I don't need that anymore. I'm just gonna set that to the side, and I'm gonna sand this really lightly over my trash can, just with a little sanding disc. Gonna get a tack cloth. These tack cloths you can get at Home Depot, Lowe's, any place like that. Hobby Lobby and Michael's probably have them. It's just one of those little cloths that has a waxy surface that takes off all the dust. All right, here comes the fun. So this is my buffalo plaid. It has been used many, many times, so it does not need fuzz. It is not going to stick securely to the surface, and that's okay because I want something that's rustic. I am going for the imperfect rustic look on this, so this buffalo plaid is perfect for that. This is our silk screen transfers. You can see all the little lines. It's sticky on the back, and it has silk screen. That's where the chalk paste will go through. And I am going to flip this over And you know what, guys? First, we're going to wax our surface. Let's not skip that part. Okay, so the surface needs to be waxed because otherwise the transfer will stick so securely to this that it won't release. Okay, so let's not skip that important part. I like this wax. This wax comes from Home Depot. This is what I use. This is what works for me. You're going to put a thin, thin, thin coat. So I just put a little bit on the rag. I am just rubbing it into the surface of this wood and then rubbing it off. So you're kind of just wax on, wax off. You don't want to have it be thick. You don't want it to be too slick. I'm going to grab a paper towel. So I'm going to take my paper towel and I'm going to rub it again, get more wax off. Okay, this next part is going to be a little messy. I don't want to put my paper under it because the paper will stick to this. But I'm letting you know it's going to be messy because it's going to go off the edges just a little bit. And that's okay. I have a non-stick surface underneath to clean up, and I know that I'm just a messy crafter, so no problem. I am going to flip this over and peel the backer sheet off of here and set that to the side. These are reusable. I will wash this. And I have my sink. I have a double sink. I have it, it's like one big open area. I have it already ready for this because this is going to go directly over there, and I'm trying to line it up so it kind of has a unique pattern on here. I want to get the open areas in some part. I'm trying to do the feet so they're different. Okay, now I'm just going to press this down. I don't care if I'm a bit diagonal. I am not even going to worry about that. That is not going to be my concern. My concern is just making sure that this stays down while I chalk this. This one has been used a lot. It's probably ready to go bye-bye. The sticky is not sticking as well as it should, but it will be fine. I use this a lot with Christmas stuff. And I was going to use my large 4-inch handled squeegee. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. I'm wondering if it might start moving the transfer around. I'm going to see. I might have to switch because I don't want to go too much off the edge. I don't want to waste my chalk paste, because any that goes off the edge is going down below the surface. So I'm just trying to be really careful because I can see through here. You can see your project through your transfer. Simply trying to spread it, have it onto my wood below. And then we need to pull this before it dries. That's the key, is that you get your chalk paste on there, you get it spread around, you squeegee off the excess, and then you pull your transfer. So down here on the feet, I can see that I'm going to need to grab a mini squeegee. And just do the feet area. So I think I'll just grab some of this off of the back of that, and I just need to do the feet. No big deal. And then we're going to be ready to pull this transfer. I could have used a regular squeegee with all of this, but you saw how fast that was with that large squeegee. I'm going to make sure all my edges are done. I can see through it. Okay, so I am ready to pull this. Let's hope it looks good. Okay, that's interesting. It almost looks like an eyeball there. Don't know why it did that. I'm gonna lay that back down. I'm just gonna take that mini squeegee, go like that. It's an interesting pattern right there. It might be the wood. Honestly, could be the wood. Okay. All right. So this is what I wanted. Yay. That's pretty awesome, guys. Look at that. Okay. So I'm just taking a moment to put my transfer into my sink. I want to make sure that I don't ruin it because I probably can still use it. You know, there's some areas it's not perfect, but I don't care. This is what I'm going for. I'm going for something that just looks a little rustic. We're going to dry this. This is actually a very simple sign. So I'm using a heat gun. You can use a hair dryer. You can use a craft heat gun. This is an industrial heat gun from Uline. You can simply walk away and let your surface dry. It is totally up to you. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I cooled it down. I put it on air for the last 5 seconds. I just did air. You don't want to put your transfer down onto a hot surface. So this is I'm going to do Farm Fresh since 1902, and I'm going to do that in our bright white. So it's going to pop. It is going to pop. And I hope that this does not peel up my chalk paste. I think it's going to be fine. I'm going to fuzz this. So our magical thing, this has been used before though, so it's not as sticky. Our magical thing was to fuzz it 6 times if you're putting it over, and I'm going to fold my corners under. It's going to make it easier to pull. If you're putting it over other chalk paste. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, and then lay it down. Going to center it somewhat, and then press, press, press. You want to make sure that that is going to give you nice crisp letters. Going to do the same with this. This is more sticky. This one I've probably used once, so definitely going to fuzz this. If it pulls up some of the paint, I'm not going to cry. It will be fine. It's made to be rustic. So that is, got my paper towels over there falling all over the place. I am just going to center this under here just like that. Press, 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 get all the little air bubbles out, and I can go like this, and then this area I can just work down. So I have my chalk paste and I've stirred it up just like I did the black. It is the consistency of sour cream or yogurt. Actually looks like sour cream right now. Gonna spread a little bit here and just a touch down here. I don't need a lot. It's gonna go a long ways. You'll be surprised. So I'm just gonna start pulling this down through my letters. And then you squeegee off the excess, goes back into the jar. You could do one at a time. You don't have to do both of these at once, but I can work quickly and get them both done. You want it to be nice and smooth, because if it's nice and smooth and you see that it's nice and smooth, then your underneath part is going to be that way too. Pull the hair out. You know how we shed? I shed. Okay, so then you're gonna peel side to side. There's your nice letters. We're gonna do the same down here. Farm fresh since 1902. This is going into my water bath. All right, awesome. Yay, I'm so happy with this. And I'm wearing my chalk paste again. You all know how I am. Great thing is it's water soluble. It comes right off. So there's my cute sign. I am going to seal that. I am going to drill holes. I'll drill holes. If I had known before, I could have my laser drill the holes. I'll drill a hole here and I'll drill a hole here. I'll put wire and then I'll put some type of ribbon or something on it. But there we go, guys. I'm so excited. I'm glad it worked. So if you want to know how you can get your hands on this transfer, the Buffalo Plaid and the Farm Fresh part, that is part of our, let me see which one that was in. That is part of the Corner Market collection. And just put a note below. I will put the website address and you can always click on that and go to that. The chicken, I may go ahead and offer these on my Etsy store. I know not everybody can get their hands on wood that's cut out and that's a shape. So leave me a message if you're interested in that, and I will be chalking with you again soon. Thanks for watching.